$25 for this walk around sit down chair.
Production.
Watch this.
So loud. Good evening. Welcome back. Thank you, those of us joining us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Very special welcome to those who are joining us for the first time. This is episode 54, Been Around the Block. We've grown to something we feel like is starting to make an impact. And just in the last 90 days, we've been able to reach 2.2 million people. I don't know if that's very accurate at this point, but I know in the last year and a half, we've been able to reach over 16 million people. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our page. Continue being a part of this movement. Our goal at Been Around the Block is to continue our mission to help destigmatize addiction, prove that not only your life won't be boring, but the best years are yet to come. Even if you don't identify with what our mission and these stories of triumphing over adversity are something we all identify with. We also need to note that Been Around the Block is no way associated with, affiliated, nor endorse any specific program or recovery. Our view is that your story is your story, and there are many ways that people are able to recover their lives away from the bondage of addiction. Our goals is to prove that no matter how you get there, we're all able to live the life that God has intended for each one of us. Without any further ado, my name is Brooks Southard. Find me on Instagram and Facebook at Quirky Cliche Name. We have Christopher T. Ross at Christopher on Facebook and Instagram. Then everybody's favorite national content creator, Nemo Sparks. And coming soon, or is that up yet? NemoSparks.com?
No, man, I've been lazy trying to work on it.
Okay, so coming soon, NemoSparks.com.
It's coming.
And, of course, our guest for episode 54, Jimmy Young. So, and very special night, man. This is our first night in the studio, if you will. We're at a non-disclosed location, but we're in a location that is a permanent studio audience or whatever. I don't know how you'd say that, but so
Yeah.
anyways, so welcome. There's probably going to be some hiccups tonight just because we haven't done it in this space yet, but here we are. And we're also going to decorate the back a little bit better as we get going.
The lighting will be better too, guys. All this is, we're just starting out. This is kind of like grassroots as far as being in a room. So it will get better as time goes on. Just bear with us. The important thing is
we're here.
The testimony of the person of our guest. So,
yeah.
All right. I just want to say thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, man. We're glad you're here, dude. So
share my experience, strength and hope.
Oh yeah.
On my story. So with that being said, my story started as a child. When I was 14, I can remember one of my friends invited me to stay the night with him, and he had this. I'll never forget. He had this strawberry brunettes. You know what I mean?
Oh, I remember that stuff. Yeah.
I was 14 and we were staying at his sister's house and she goes out for the night. So it's just me and him. And we're sitting there drinking. We take a few shots. Those first 2 shots is all I remember. Well, come to find out the next day, he's telling me the story. And I had got alcohol poisoning. He had to call his sister, which was a nurse. She put a IV in me. And I was wanting to go swimming. I don't know how to swim. Let's go swimming, Let's go. He's like, no.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, we can't just skim past that, bro.
Hey, we ain't just going to skip over that. Like, you don't know how to swim still?
I do know how to swim. I can swim underwater, guys. I can swim underwater. But over the top, I'm moving very slow. I can swim underwater, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I can swim. Just not that well.
So right. Hold on real quick before we get going. We got people shouting in from New Jersey. We got Texas. We just want to say what's up, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Back to the story. So nurse friend, IB.
Okay. So I was 14. Didn't know I had a problem. Didn't know anything about, addiction at the time. Fast forward to middle school. No, I actually take that back. So high school, freshman year is where the ball got to rolling, okay? I was introduced to marijuana, and it started on the weekends, it started to like, hey, let's go to this party. It was fun in the beginning. It was fun, and eventually I started doing it every weekend, and every weekend turns to almost every day. So that kind of started my allergy.
Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
So you grew up around Shawnee, Oklahoma's got a lot of Native Americans, right?
Yeah. Got a lot of Native Americans. Went to Shawnee Middle School, Shawnee High School up until my second semester of high school. Then I transferred to a small town called Earlsboro. I don't know if you guys heard of Earlsboro.
No, man.
Earlsboro's
I-
on the east side of Shawnee.
I knew you was from a small town,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, so I went to Earlsboro, still smoking weed, right? And in Shawnee, I was a good basketball player. You know, I started. I was excelling, but I don't know, something just came over me because I felt as if Earlsboro was a small town. I can go transfer over there and be LeBron James over there. You know what I mean? So I went to Earlsboro. We had my junior year. We had a decent year. I was playing with the varsities. But by the time they had graduated and it was my senior year, it was kind of just me. And at that time, I was heavily in smoking weed. I would smoke before practice. And eventually, I kind of just lost the love for the game because I would go to practice high. And eventually, I just quit. So I quit basketball, you know, because of marijuana, you know. And at that time, I had a girlfriend. She ended up getting pregnant. I was working at McDonald's.
This was in high school.
This is in high school. We're still in high school. This is senior year, Roseboro High School. So I'm working at McDonald's, you know, working the register, and I see her walking in, her and her friend. Her friend just has this look like she's gonna get this stare. I'm like, what? And I see her. I see her behind her friend. I'm not trying to drop any names, but anyway, she has this pregnancy test in her bra. She's like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's up? She's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, what? No. She's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Me being a child, I'm like, okay, so what are you gonna do? You know, are you gonna keep it? You know what I mean? Scared, you know. She's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna keep it. I was like, all right. So I made the bright idea to drop out of high school and take care of this little girl, you know. So as I'm taking care of this little girl, you know, I'm working at Sonic at this time. I'm playing dope boy, you know, selling weed, you know, Reggie, you know.
So at this time, your addiction hasn't went any further
No.
than marijuana.
Any further?
Are
than
you
marijuana.
drinking at all?
I would drink every now and then. I would drink.
Right.
But you weren't an alcoholic,
I
right?
wasn't an alcoholic, no. So fast forward 4 years down the road, I get a call from my mother. She's like, Jimmy, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm in traffic right now, about to make a play. You know. She's like, well, so and so's not your daughter. And I'm like, wait, what? You know, I've been taking care of this little girl for 4 years. What do you? I was like, Mom, stop playing. I hung up the phone, and it just all hit me. And from that moment, you know,
Wait, this is 4 years later.
4 years.
Who called you and told
4
you
years,
that?
my mom.
Oh, how did she?
Yeah. Well, we took a DNA test. I vaguely remember but I want to say the mother was trying to put me on child support, and I took a DNA test.
Uh-huh.
But the irony about the child support, I can remember arguing with her one day, and she looked me dead in my eyes like, Jimmy, I'll never put you on child support, no matter how mad I get. And then thinking back on that, when my mom told me that, I was like, oh, because she really didn't. She wasn't for sure that I was a father.
Hey, hold up. I'm not.
Go ahead.
Guys, I'm not trying to be funny here.
Go ahead.
Is your baby mama white?
No. Her mom was white.
Okay.
Yeah, she's mixed.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
she's mixed.
I just had to ask. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you know. Like,
What made you want to ask though?
Yeah,
if
I'm
the
wondering
baby,
about
if the baby
that,
Came
yeah.
out, if the baby came out, you know.
No, that's the
White.
thing. The baby came out looking like me.
Okay.
You know, even my mom thought she looked like me.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So that kind of like just started the down spiral from there. I was working between jobs. I stayed with her for a little bit. I'm playing a stay-at-home father, you know. They ain't got a job now. She's working. You know, I'm selling weed, thinking I'm doing something.
Right.
You know, using her car, thinking I'm doing something. One day, she comes home, and I had this girl in the living room. I'm rolling up a blunt, you know, and I hear she's supposed to be working and getting off at 9, but I hear the front door open. And me and this girl looked at each other, and what does the girl do? She runs straight to our room, closes the door. And then my girlfriend at the time came in the house. I just walked straight to the room, and I was like, I opened the bedroom door. She's like, she needs to leave. So then I did that. She got her get back. She ended up cheating on me, and this is the first time I got my heart broken.
How old were you? I need a
I was-
time frame. How old were
time
you?
frame. I was about 20. I was 21.
How old are you now?
31.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was 21 at the time. Yeah. So she broke my heart. You know, I called my mom crying, and she's like, "What? You know, brought it on yourself." All right. So through the midst of that, you know, I'm hanging out with people. I'm staying on the streets. I moved out. I think I ended up moving in with my sister, and that's when the meth took effect. My sister was using methamphetamines at the time, and I was still selling weed, you know. And then I asked her, I was like, "Hey, let me get a hit." She's like, "No."
So what would attract you to meth? Like, what was it that attracted you to it?
Just the curiosity, you know, just being a kid, just wanting to try something to change the way I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you see
Yeah.
like other people on it? And
My
then-
sister.
What
Yeah,
they call
my
what
sister.
was that one guest call it Window Nintendo? Did you see him doing that? And he was like, I want to do that.
No.
So you didn't see the really negative effects.
Yeah,
of it.
that's what I'm
I didn't.
asking pretty much.
I didn't. So she's like, "No." I convinced her to take that first hit. I'm like, "Man, I don't feel nothing. No, this is dumb." I'm up all night, didn't get no sleep, and from there, this is when the ball started rolling, you know. So I got hooked on meth. I got with my current mother of my child now, my daughter's mom. I got with her and moved in with her. And at this time, I'm 23. Yeah, I'm about 23. Moved in with her. You know, I'm smoking meth. I'm selling meth. I'm taking pills, selling pills. I'm selling Adderall to the OBU students. You know, and I was hanging out one day with my friend, and I had like 19 Percocets, just a bag full of Adderall, and I had a QP of some loud on me, and I was going to drop my friend off, and I was arguing with her to let me use the car, and finally she gave in, and I took 2 Percocets before I left the house, and I took a third one before I pulled out. I dropped him off like literally 2 blocks away. I must have fell asleep in his driveway because I look up and he's like, "What are you still doing here?" I was like, all right, bro. I left. So this is in Shawnee. I'm driving down Harrison. I fall asleep at the wheel. As I fall asleep at the wheel, I get woken up. I'm going north, and when I wake up, the car is facing south, and all I see is these 3 old ladies bleeding from the face.
Oh no.
Yeah, and mind you, I have my daughter's car seat in the back. You know, I got a QP of loud, and I got an ounce right here because I used to rubber band my pants from my shoes, so I had 2 ounces on each leg, right? And I had my Percocets in my pocket. So then I see these old ladies. I'm like, oh, my heart just stopped. I'm like, oh gosh, oh my gosh. I was acting like I just fell back asleep. And then my cousin's voice came across. He's like, well, if they're in an ambulance, they can't search you. So I'm like, bet I'm just gonna play like I'm knocked out. The ambulance comes. They're doing this stuff to my chest. And that third guy, he had a big son of a bitch because he like, and then they you know, he's like, all right, we gotta call the ambulance. Woo. I hear this lady, he has a baby in there, his baby. I was like, no, there's no baby, you know. So I get in the ambulance, and I open my eyes, and I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, hey, I got my weed baggies on me. He's like, excuse me? I was like, I had my weed on me. He's like, I don't know anything about that, sir. I was like, bet. So I got my phone out. I was like, hey, if you want your stuff, you know, meet me at the hospital.
Wait, you're still trying to sell drugs on the way to the hospital?
Yeah. Well, I was going to drop it off, you know.
Right.
And I had it already. And I had this guy blowing me up. I'm like, look, if you want it, meet me at the hospital, bro. So they're wheeling me out the ambulance. And by this time, my pants legs all messed up. So I'm on a stretcher like that. And I can see the lady switching her arms to open the door. And then she can see a direct line down my pants leg. And her eyes got big like, oh my God. And she pressed the button. It's like, security on room 3. Yeah. So we go in the room. Officer comes in there. He's just observing as the doctor's, you know, checking me out and stuff. There's like a light pat. Didn't find anything, but I guess he could smell it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, before I leave, I want to check you again. He went right to it. I was like, oh gosh. So I went to Potawatomi County Jail.
Been there.
Yeah. I sat in there for like good 60, 90 days, you know, and I got out and I was right back to it. This is before I knew anything about.
So this 60 to 90 days in Pot County Jail was your
Yeah.
first experience of sobriety, correct?
Yes,
Getting
at
your
the time.
mind clear. I mean,
Yeah,
you didn't.
yeah.
It was forced sobriety,
It
but
was.
now
We're live.
Sorry about that.
you're good.
We're good. Okay. 69 days, Potawatomi County Jail.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, you had an experience of sobriety those days, but was that something that you might had wanted to continue? Maybe was you talking about continuing it when you got out? No, you had
not at all. I was ready to get back out.
no plan. Okay,
Yeah, I was ready to get back out. Yeah, so I got out, ended up going back to my sister's. Or I was with my daughter's mom at the time. Ended up going back over there, still using meth, you know, in and out. And they had charged me with a deferred sentence.
Yeah.
A deferred sentence. Yeah, they had charged me with a deferred sentence.
Oh, you signed on a deferred sentence,
Yeah, something. It was
but
like,
you were charged with.
for those that
my
don't,
first
for
offense.
those that watching don't know what a deferred sentence is, basically he agreed to be on probation. If he completed his probation, they would expunge the charges, right?
Right.
So did you finish it?
No, I didn't finish. Of course, I didn't finish.
Because you had no plan on staying sober.
No, I was early 20s, 23. I was just ready to get back to it, you know,
Yeah.
because
Of course.
it was that culture, that lifestyle. Like, I didn't know anything about how to be a father or, you know, work a solid job. You know, at that time, I was just getting stuff out of people, you know, like the mother of my child. I would lie to her. I used to take her purse, you know, cash out myself from her cash app. You know, it's just a piece of shit at the time. And my daughter she had been like 1 or 2, and from her being from age 1 till 4, I was just in and out of treatment. I went to Red Rock in Norman at 24 because I was coming down on meth and I was very depressed. And I told my boss, "Hey, I'm not feeling too well. You know, I feel suicidal. You know, I'm calling in today." Well, he must have called the cops. They came and did a wellness check on me, and then took me up to Red Rock up in Norman. You know, and around that time, it's like, okay, I think something's wrong. I think something's wrong. But I'm not done. I still want to have my fun. I just got too high.
Right.
I just got too high.
I can control it this time.
Yeah, I can control it. So let me just fast forward to about 25 when I got introduced to heroin, because that's what really took me out. Heroin is what really took me out. So I ended up moving out with my daughter's mom and getting my own apartment, still in Shawnee, 25 at the time.
Why did y'all split up?
My addiction, brother. I was lying, stealing. I was a piece of shit.
And she wasn't on anything?
Nah, she was completely sober.
Wow.
Completely sober. You know.
So whenever you so I kind of went through like a similar situation.
Mhm.
Whenever someone's dealing with you when you're going through your addiction, now that you look back at that situation, do you think like, wow, how were they able to deal with me through that time?
Yeah, I do. And love can only go so far, because when you truly love someone, when you truly love yourself, you have to realize that the one you love.
Well, you're gonna want what's best for the other person.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's, you know, for me, when my addiction, it was nobody being with me, because I was going to destroy whatever was.
Oh,
in my
100% didn't matter. Kids, mom, dad,
it did
aunt,
not
grandma.
matter.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's just
Yeah.
it's really sad.
Yeah, so she ended up kicking me out. You know, she got fed up. So I went and got an apartment. You know,
Still in Shawnee.
still in Shawnee. I got my own apartment. I'm working at Extreme Inflatables. You know, I'm drinking now. I'm you know I'm drinking after that.
How long did the opiates last? I always got to ask that.
As far as using about 4 years. About 4 years.
Well, he hadn't dabbled. You hadn't dabbled in heroin yet.
I just started.
You were
just,
just
yeah, I
with
was just about to.
Percocets and
Yeah.
Okay. That's how. It starts.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when I got my own place, I was working. I had a good, solid job working at a pallet company in Shawnee. You know, I was going to work faithfully. I was drinking every day after work. I drink, okay, and that's how I knew I was, you know, an alcoholic. I would get off work. I worked on the north side, so I'd get off work and I'd hit the liquor store closest to my job. Okay, I'll pour it in my water bottle, chug that, and then by the time I get to Midtown, I hit that liquor store. By the time I get back down south where my apartment's at, I have my third one for when I get home. Well, I would go hanging out, you know. And I had some friends. I had a couple friends that were doing heroin, you know, and I go over to the house, and I'm like, hey, you know, you can get some weed. They're like, no, I can get some dark. I'm dark. Dark. You trying to make fun of me? Hey, I'm dark. No, I can get some heroin. I was like, all right, fuck it. You know, I'm drunk. Let's get it. You know.
Yeah.
So I got some now. All right, bet. Take a hit. Ugh, horrible, nasty, but I felt good. You know. And the next day, I went back. Like, hey, can you get some more? You know. So that's my heroin. Man, it's.
Did it take a hold of you really?
It did. It grabbed me.
quick.
It grabbed me.
Opiates do that, man.
It grabbed me, man. It grabbed me.
Even medically supervised opiates do that to you.
Yeah.
Opiates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Opiates are the word. That was my drug of choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That warm, fuzzy feeling
Yeah.
when you get in your stomach
Yeah.
and you just feel like
Sexy.
all your worries are gone. This is where I want to be forever.
Yeah.
This feeling I want to feel forever, and I will do whatever it takes to feel this feeling forever.
Mm-hmm. But I can't because I got to come down.
I remember
And,
like whenever you first started doing it, did you ever used to do it so much that you would like vomit, just throw up a lot until you can't stop?
Not in the beginning, but when I got used to it, I do it more and more. And yeah.
Like you
I
knew
would
that
throw
you were
it.
just way too
Yeah.
out there, but you still, and the next day you'd feel like crap
Yeah.
because you were with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, real quick
So-
before I forget, because we had some people tuning in from Indiana, Georgia, Auckland, Australia. So I just
Auckland,
want to go
New
shout
Zealand.
them out. New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a lot of people tuning into
All right.
your story. No pressure, but just wanted you to know internationally you're being watched
That's
right now.
awesome. That's awesome.
They're looking
What's
at your
going on, guys?
forehead. So
All right, so doing heroin, I get the bright idea to move my dealer to my apartment because the place they were staying, they were getting kicked out. So you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can come stay with me. By this time, I'm behind on rent, so I low key need the help. So I let him and his girlfriend come stay with me, and I'm about to get some free heroin, right? You know, I'm about to get the hookup every day. I ain't gotta go nowhere. It didn't work out like that. So I moved them in my house. You know, and at this time, I don't have a job. I don't have any means of getting money.
Are you in your daughter's life at all at this time?
you
You know,
want to
her
be
mom-
probably right.
Her mom
Yeah.
would bring her by sometimes, but the last time she ever brought her by, I had a house full of people.
Mm.
She ended up getting into an argument with one of the girls.
And how old was your daughter at this time?
Three, 4.
See, that's my daughter's 2.5, and I miss her already, and I've only been away from her for like an hour.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
just
saying?
wait till they get older, man. My kid's like almost 19, and she's like, when you text her, it's like talking to a girl that's not interested in you. It's just so.
And I so if I was, but my point is, if I was to go out there and thinking that I could just take one hit, that I can control it this time, or I can have just one drink. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I've been sober long enough. If my
You have a
mind
beer on
tricks
the
me
weekend,
into
right?
if my mind tricks me into believing that,
It's already
I
over. Man.
know that I'm fixing to be at the shittiest hotel about a week later, strung out, and I'm not gonna miss my daughter at all. I'm not gonna care about where she's at.
No,
All I'm
you
gonna
just care about the
is
next
getting that
fix.
next
Yep.
fix.
Next fix. You're
That's
right.
the insanity of it, man.
Yeah.
I've heard it said a lot with some people I know that you're not going to go lock yourself in a hotel room with a case of water, but you're going to lock yourself in a hotel room with booze or drugs or whatever. You know, you don't. Because I've heard people say, "Well, you drink way too much coffee." Like, I'm not going to lock myself in a hotel room for 4 days, peeking out the windows on some coffee.
On some coffee, yeah.
Some Keefy maybe for Nemo, but
Oh, I hate that when people like, I'm like all mood and mind altering substances. They're like coffee.
right. Nah.
Do you drink coffee?
It's like, but they're just trying to justify
Yeah,
their
trying to
weed
justify.
smoking. They're trying to justify them taking Suboxone. I get it, bro. I get what you're doing. I used to do the same shit. Come on,
Yep.
man. But
Same here.
if I don't have my coffee, I'm gonna have a headache. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your
Yeah, that's
Suboxone-
technically an
Yeah.
addiction, but I'm the same way with
If you don't
caffeine,
know.
man. Yeah. At the Starbucks, whatever.
So yeah, so I moved them in. I don't have a job. Only thing I can do for money is steal and go pawn. You know, I'm stealing lawnmowers, get a little $40. You know, I'm happy. I go give me a couple points.
And you're on the deferred sentence, right?
Yeah, I'm
You're still on
the first
probation.
sentence. Yeah.
Are you having to check into probation?
Yeah, I just go fill out a sheet and that's it.
That was it.
That was
You didn't
it.
have to UA or nothing?
No, didn't have to UA. So, move them in. I'm pawning, stuff here and there. They're starting to act, I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging them or asking them for fronts too much. They kind of just stop serving me, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. Yeah, he has a camera system in the house now. I'm
In
sitting
your
there in
apartment.
my room one day. How can I go in that room? Looking at the door, and then it dawned on me. I said, "Oh, I can hit the breaker. I'm gonna hit the breaker, turn off the power. That way he can't see me go in the room." Yeah, mastermind, right?
Criminal
Hit the breaker, go in
mastermind.
the room, and I'm doing that for a few weeks, going in and out the room, getting crumbs and stuff, just to maintain. So through the midst of this, I'm going to the casino. I end up meeting this lady at the casino, and we became close.
Is this an older woman?
This is an older woman. Yeah, this is an older woman. I got to get all I can, right? This is an older woman. We end up getting close, I would go over to her house, and we would just talk while she drinks wine, I'm sitting there going to the bathroom getting high and stuff. It's getting weed from her. Yeah, I was getting weed and pills from her. So then one day, I'm sick. I ain't got no money. I'm sick. I'm sitting in my truck. I was like, man, she's at work right now. Man, she got all that jewelry. Man, she got them TVs in the living room. And I know she got an ounce of weed in her garage. So I take my truck over there, I bag in, make it look like I live there, or, I'm supposed to be there. I kick in her back door. And I basically hit her there. I took all her jewelry, all her currency she got from her dad in the military travel, took her TVs. I came up. I got me an ounce of weed. I'm good. So I leave. I said, okay, I'm about to go pawn these TVs. I'm about to sit on this jewelry. I'm going to hit up my plug, and I'll meet him in the city. But first, let me pawn these TVs. It's a dumb mistake. Pawn the TVs. I was like, all right, now I got enough gas to go to the city. But first, I got to hit the casino. So I go to the casino, I lose all the money. Lose all
Pretty
the money.
quick too, huh?
Yeah. Next day, I get a call. It's her. Hey, someone broke into my house. I'm just playing. Oh, really? That's crazy. What did they get? Just playing it off. We end up hanging out, and then I got another call. It's the sheriff. He's like, we need you to come in. Got you on surveillance. I said, surveillance? I said, man, she did have cameras, but she told me they didn't work. So I'll go down in the interrogation room, and they're like, we got you on camera. Now that I think back on it, bro, I don't think they did, bro. I don't think they had me on camera. But she knew. She knew it was me. So, but how I got to the interrogation room, she had called me later that day. It was like, I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do about the situation. Can I come pick you up? I said, yeah, come pick me up. But it was a setup because the cops, she was in cahoots. Like, okay, I'm about to meet him here. And that's when they pulled up on me. Long story short, I go to jail. This time this time I'm realized I got a problem. I'm sick. I'm in jail. I'm sitting in there for 3 months, and my attorney tells me they're going to offer me drug court. So I already got anything to get out of here.
Right.
So I signed for drug court. Get out, and I got to plea in for drug court, but I'm still smoking meth. About this time, I'm 20. The end of 25. I was 25. Yeah. So I'm trying to plead in for drug court, and I can't pass the UA. It took me 3 months just to get in, I ended up moving to my grandpa's house back in Roseboro.
Where? By
Roseboro.
Shawnee.
Yeah, correct. The reason why I moved out of that apartment is because it was getting hot over there, and it was about to get raided, and I knew it was going to get raided because my mom said she was going to call the police and have that.
And the heroin dealers are still living there.
Still living in there. So I get spooked. I packed everything and I drive to my grandpa's house. I got a grandma heroin left. It can last me.
How much time did you still have on your lease?
Man, I don't even know. I was just
You didn't even care.
It was so the guy I was working with at the time, my boss he had an apartment, so he was letting me stay there.
Oh, okay.
So he was working with me.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So they gave me drug court. I'm staying with my grandpa. I finally pleaded in drug court. It's an 18-month program, bro. And I've been in it for 6 years. 6 years.
Wait. Are you still in drug court today?
Yeah. I graduate in a few months, guys. It works if you work it one day at a time. 6 years.
Okay, so we're not just gonna fast forward those 6 years. So we want to know what's happened
in that 6 years, man. So I'm in phase 1 for about. I just wasn't ready. I was still getting high, and this is around COVID. Yeah, okay, this is around COVID. I'm at my grandpa's house. I'm going to gateway classes, and there's this guy in my gateway class. We would go to donate plasma with each other, and one day he got a wild hair up his ass and wanted to get some meth. So I was like, I know where to get it out in Earlsboro. Bro, and get you some. He's like, well, I need to go get some points. I was like, all right, okay, do what you got to do. So we get the meth, and I'm in his truck, and he does a bump. And I'm just sitting there like, man, that's crazy. I don't know how y'all do that. Y'all are horrible. I'm not that bad. Before he leaves, like, hey, can I leave these here? I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna mess with him. I ain't gonna touch him. Man, that night, I do me a bump. Off to the races.
You shot up?
I shot up.
So you must have been watching how he did it.
Oh yeah, I was watching, man. But yeah, I was off to the races, man, and that started that really dragged the time of my drug court, because it was over with, when I got a shot of meth in me, it was over with,
So I got to do one question. So you said you started at 14 with the weed and stuff. My question that I've noticed with other people who are in recovery, did you always just feel out of place until you put weed into your body or alcohol or something like that?
Yeah, weed for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Like weed
made you feel like you could breathe and all that stuff.
Yeah. Function, take my anxiety away because I got bad anxiety. I got high anxiety,
Yeah.
And I feel like weed really helped that out, Yeah, for sure. To answer your question. So I'm shooting up meth. I'm still going to Gateway. And I'm in phase 1 for a year, 2 years. Going on 3 years.
Did they ever threaten you with prison?
No, I'm getting there. So they would call a certain color each week. And by the time I got accustomed to when they was gonna call my color, I had time to prepare.
Yeah.
But it became a full-time job,
To beat drug tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just golly. And then on my conscience ate me up, I'm in the class just geetered out, thinking everybody's talking about me and stuff. So phase 1, I'm in it for 3 years. Finally, it started to catch up with me. They're like, hey, we're about to sanction you. I'm like, all right, I kind of got spooked, but I just continue to do the same thing. And finally they end up sanctioning me. I go to drug court one day. They're like, yeah, you failed your UA, but you failed your UA. You've been missing check-ins, woo woo woo. Because I'm still trying to do things my way, you know. So they gave me a sanction. So you need to go downstairs and turn yourself in. I'm like, okay. That gave me a little lead. I can go downstairs and turn myself in. Bad. No, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So I get in my truck and I go to Earlsboro. I'm just driving my truck. Go to Earlsboro and I'm hiding out for a few months.
At your grandpa's still?
At my grandpa's, but I'm going back and forth from Earlsboro to Shawnee because by this time they have the stimulus checks. So I'm just living off of that. Yeah, I'm living off of that, just eating it up. I go try to see my daughter one day, you know, because I felt like a proud father that day. Let me go check on my daughter, right? And I go over there, and her boyfriend at the time was like, "No, you need to leave," you know, and he ended up hitting me. Boom.
Wait, your daughter's mom's
Boyfriend at the time, yeah, he ends up hitting me out of nowhere. Boom. And by this time, I'm over here just carrying. I'm trying to, you know, playing dope boy. I got a gun. I pull my gun out, and he's like, "Yeah." And you just kind of point him, and I just turn around. So I see him running for a tree, and I see there's like a rifle with a tree. So I ran in my car and started up. I hear ding on the windows, a pellet gun. So anyway, so I go back to Earlsboro. They filed a report, and by this time I'm on the run still. So the feds kind of picked it up, and one day I'm at my house, and I know I have to go turn myself in for the sanction. You know, the time came where I was going to turn myself in. I can remember that morning. I was with my sister. We're getting high. I'm looking out the window, and I see, you know, Earlsboro police pass by. I'm like, okay, they don't really do that. So as I'm walking out the door to turn myself in, I get these cops, you know, coming on. You know, ground, what's going on? You know, you got a warrant for carrying a firearm after, you know, probation or whatever. I was like, all right. So I go back to Pot County. I sit there for like a month, and they send me to Bill Johnson's, the program yard, right?
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
But yeah. But it wasn't it was in 4 building with the straight
Unit 4,
timers.
yeah.
Yeah, Unit 4. It wasn't with the, you know, you got to do push-ups and all that. So I get sanctioned.
6 months?
6 months. 6 months. And
and
then
it doesn't start until you get there either, does it?
no, you get your time.
I got to ask, how long was you in Lexington?
3 weeks. About
Not bad.
That's
About
fast.
3, yeah. About 3 weeks.
So Bill Johnson, Lexington, you guys are talking about penitentiaries in Oklahoma, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Lexington is the assessment. It's like where they send you to assess you, like if you're going to go to max, medium, or minimum. Sometimes you get sent
So
to
it's
a
not
work center.
guaranteed. A judge can't just be like maximum
No.
security.
Well, they also got they do have a medium and a minimum yard over there, but it's also where every guy that signs for prison in Oklahoma has to go through A&R, and
Yeah, I've heard
they
of
go
that
to
before.
Lexington. That's where they shave your head, shave your facial hair, give you a blood test, check you for every disease, and then
They
send you-
look at your tattoos and everything.
according to your charges and whatever, that's where you're gonna go. They'll determine what yard you're gonna go to.
Yeah.
And you went to Bill Johnson.
I went to Bill Johnson, you know. Went to Bill Johnson. In there, I'm still buying hooch, smoking cigarettes, you know, until I got out. I didn't really. One thing I learned was prison was not for me. That's all I need. That's it. I'm not. As soon as I walk in, it's black.
Bill
guy comes up to
Johnson's
me,
a
he's like,
cupcake
"Hey."
yard, bro.
No, but I'm saying I got a taste of it. And I got time
Yeah,
for that. I got time for that. Pull up, ask me if I'm ride. You ride with us? I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, bro. I'm just solo.
I'm here for 6 months, bro.
Yeah, like I'm good, bro. Politics really wasn't that heavy in there, but yeah, man, it's just not me. It brings out that dog in you, and I'm just, you know what I mean. But yeah, so I get out of Bill Johnson, and I go back to my grandparents, and I'm doing good. You know, I'm doing okay. You know, I get on Suboxone. I
Why?
get on Suboxone because I need to get high some type of way.
Oh, because
You know,
on drug court you can be on
That-
Suboxone and still be able to.
that's right. That's right.
It's
I
one
was-
way. It's one way.
Does anybody know how that works with medical marijuana now? I'm just curious.
I don't think you can.
You
be,
can
you?
if you have a medical. If it's state, you can do it. Federal, they do not allow it. But
Okay.
federal, they also in the feds they give people Sublocade and Suboxone. They can. You don't even have to be on any type of opiates. They can prescribe it to you directly. I got friends that just got out of federal prison, and he was like, he comes home and he's like, yeah, I was on a Sublocade shot the whole time I was in prison. I was like, you're not addicted to opiates or heroin. He goes, well, it got me to quit doing meth, and then I was like,
Is that the once a month shot?
It's once every 3 months.
Okay, because I knew somebody I think that's been on that before, and yeah, it's just like,
Well, not to change the subject, but they're saying so. Sublocade came out. I got sober in November of 17. It came out in March of 18, so it wasn't out whenever I was, when I got sober. But a lot of people are saying to get off Suboxone, they're doing the 1 to 3 shots, and then they don't have any withdrawals. So. Yeah, I mean, a lot of multiple people are saying this in my comments. So because I've never experienced it, I can't say they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
When people ask me,
and we're not like obviously.
No, if people ask me,
medical.
How did you get off Suboxone? Well, I fucking withdrawed and it was horrible. But so what they're asking me is how can you get off Suboxone comfortably? That's what they're asking.
Basically,
But if you're not willing to. If you don't want to go through the pain, I've heard that the Sublocade shot is the way to go. I don't know because it wasn't out when I got sober.
Always talk to your doctor.
Always talk to your doctor.
You ever tell you it was crazy? Like, I'm glad that you bring that up because my friend that got out the feds, I said it was on a Sublocade shot. Whenever he got home, he was trying to set up everything to go get it. Like he was trying to not get it, but they were like, you were on it while you were in there, so we want you to get this shot. And then he was like, well, I don't want the shot. Well, she's like, well, I'm going to bring you Subutex. And she brought him a script. His parole officer brought a script of Subutex to an Oxford where he was at.
Interesting. I mean, Subutex is the same thing as Suboxone. It just doesn't have the opiate blocker in it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have, you can literally shoot up Subutex, whereas Suboxone you can't.
Yeah, I tried shooting Suboxone. Yeah.
So you get on Suboxone and then what?
Get on Suboxone, stay on it for a good year. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to get high, and I started smoking the Suboxone on foil.
That's a thing.
Tell me about it.
No, I don't know. I'm asking. Yeah,
I didn't know. By any means, I'm trying to get higher.
Right.
I got a problem. So I ended up getting off Suboxone because I found fentanyl. Fentanyl was a whole new ball game for me. Fentanyl, Fentanyl said jump, I said how high. He said we're leaving when right now. Let's go. I was selling the fentanyl for a while just to maintain so I could get high. And this was 29, yeah, about a year and a half ago before I went to treatment. That's when I was down to my lowest. That's when I was so desperate to get help because
you're playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, the withdrawals from fentanyl, I don't wish on my worst enemy. It was horrible.
Let's talk about what your rock bottom was then, man.
My rock bottom, man. When I wake up in the morning, all I could think about was getting a hit of fentanyl in order to function. Fuck brushing my teeth, fuck a shower. I gotta get high. Fuck your feelings, fuck his feelings. I have to get high. Fuck life. I have to get high. And I was staying with my girlfriend at the time, and I was just stealing stuff. I'd pawn my guitar. I lost it like 5 times. She'd get it out for me. Running the streets, just crazy stuff. And me, I'm in drug court still. I don't know how. Well, I do know how I was passing my UAs because I was getting, pissed from her.
Hey, wait,
until she was on her period, and I'm like, oh gosh, what am I gonna do?
You were using females for this? Wait, did you take cups?
It was in the UA. Yeah,
okay,
UA. So, and by this time, man, I said, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this.
Did you just Google how to get help?
No, my counselor at Gateway actually suggested it to me.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. But my
Did you
rock,
tell them that you had a problem?
I'm sure it was obvious. Yeah.
Did you admit to it? Like once they said something?
He was like, "You need to go to treatment." I said, "Let's go. I just need detox though." I was like, "All right, I'll find you a detox." Hey, I found your place, Country Roads. I'm thinking it's a detox, right? I get there, it's a 90-day program. I'm like, God.
Shout out to Country Roads. It's not
Yeah.
90 days anymore, right?
Yeah, I think it's 60.
It's 60 now,
shout out to
yeah.
Country Roads, for sure.
Yeah.
So I get there, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I gotta go. I just need detox.
Day one, you said that?
Yeah, I said I gotta go. I just
very
need
argumentative.
detox, man. I don't need this.
Oh, that's right. You were there when he. Yeah.
Me and Jimmy were
bro.
close. That's how we become really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, wrote it out, and about 2 months into it, I had to concede to my innermost self. They say that's my favorite quote. It's my favorite quote because I got there. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, you know what, Jimmy? I've been I don't know how I skipped past all this, but I've been to 4 treatment centers, multiple detox, 2 mental institutions, and prison. You know, I can't manage anything. You know, I do need help, and I would just be graduating by now at all the other treatments. So let me try this out. You know, and I wasn't considered sober living at all, but it's like literally the moment I surrendered my will and my old ways and stepped out of what I was used to, what Jimmy was comfortable with in the past, and I literally let go and let God, it seemed like everything just fell into place. Now, don't get me wrong, my old self would kick in like, okay, nah, hold on, this ain't gonna work, bro. You're gonna go to sober living in debt. You don't have transportation. I don't even think you can move out of town. Go back home.
So I got to ask for the people that are watching that might be, still in their addiction. And when we say cliche words like let go, let God, surrender, conceive to my innermost self that I was an addict, what does all that mean to you? Like, what does that look like for you? Surrendering and letting go and letting God. What does that look like for Jimmy?
That's a good question. Start with letting go and letting God. So in my addiction, I believed in my higher power, but
Which was probably the drugs at that point, right?
yeah, I believed in a higher power.
Okay.
My higher power, yeah. But in my recovery I know my higher power. I know my higher power. And at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be all right, no matter what I do. As long as I'm doing the right thing, I know for sure I'm going to be all right, no matter what comes my way, because I truly know my higher power. That's what that looks like for me. And when I was at Country Roads, and I finally just let go and let God, and those questions that were going to hold me back and take me back to my old ways, the moment I surrendered, my higher power just started connecting the dots for me instead of me connecting my own dots. So when I said, okay, I got to go back home because I won't have a job, I can't go to sober living, I won't be in debt, no transportation, my higher power put all those things into play, the moment I surrendered. And it was amazing because I was in fear. I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm going to sober living, and anxiety hit me. Like, oh, I've never been. This whole 10 years I've been using, every treatment center I went to, I would go back home, black knuckle it for a while, and do it my way. I
You
never
say
said-
black knuckle it?
Sure
Did
did.
you really fucking say black
I love
knuckle it?
that. I've never heard.
Wow.
I've never heard
Hey,
black knuckling.
I
it.
black knuckle.
I don't, man. I ain't got words, bro.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna start using that in the office for sure.
You know what? Like, man, and this is the thing, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I remember that you were scared, man.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you were like, can you at least give me a bike? That's what you
Oh
asked me.
yeah.
And I said, dude, I'll do anything
Yeah.
to help you.
Yeah.
And like, you were just scared. Like, I could just tell.
It's because fear of the unknown.
So Jimmy, you got 16 months sober today,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I mean, you're I hear it all the time that it takes 18 months to 2 years for your brain to like rewire itself. After you stop using drugs, because I'm pretty sure this is true, but you stop growing mentally from the moment you start using drugs
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And so like I always say, I was 17 when I started using heavily and 32 when I got sober. And it's so mentally, I was still 17 when I got sober.
I'm
you know
about
what I'm saying?
24 now.
And
Right.
so you're brand new in this thing. I know 16 months is a huge deal. Don't get me
For
wrong.
me, it is. Yeah,
That's a
it
huge
is.
deal because
Yeah.
you've never put together that much time.
Yeah.
But bro, you have bro. It gets way better. I promise.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself all the time. You know, this is only the beginning.
Yeah,
Literally.
and you're still in sober living.
Yeah,
right?
I'm still in sober living. I plan on staying as long as I can.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm still there. And when I got to sober living, I'm doing a contract. Like you're willing to commit a year to this process. I said a year. I said, no, that's a long time. But bro, it went by quick. I'm literally, what's today? My year was, what's his name? My year was 2 days ago. Yeah.
A year in sober living
Yeah,
2 days
2
ago.
days ago.
I
Wow.
remember dropping you off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, and it just goes by quick, man, you know, and I've gotten 16 months by just taking it one day at a time, like they say, man. Literally one day at a time.
So what does your daily habits look like today? What does Jimmy's life look like on a 24-hour basis? What do you wake up
On a 24-hour basis, I wake up, I read a little bit time to time. I've been slacking on it. You know, I drink my cup of Joe, I go to the gym, go to work, come home, go to a meeting. And it's just a simple life. It sounds so boring, but it's been working for me, you know. And man, I'm just grateful that I was able to surrender. But the flip side about that is it's a daily process, you know. Like today at work, you know, I'm getting frustrated because I work for, you know, a roofing contractor. The homeowner is not satisfied. And I'm like over here getting upset. But I had to surrender my anger and frustration. Okay, I know that it's going to work itself out, you know. So that's what I mean by it's a daily process of surrendering, you know.
and you surround yourself with other guys?
Yeah, like-minded individuals, people. In
A
the
lot
house,
of them, huh?
Yeah, for sure, Yeah,
Yeah, you can't do this thing alone, man.
no,
You cannot do it alone.
no.
So I warned you about the question. We're getting close, kind of on time.
Mhm.
Will you throw the question up there, Chris? I was able to get this right before the show. And have you thought about what you want your question to be for the next guest? Chris, you better write this down, dude. I'm totally kidding you, dude. Okay. That's one
got
thing
you.
I need to bring next time
I got you.
is a pen and
I got you.
paper.
I'll put it
Pen
in-
and
I'll put it
paper.
in
All right,
here.
cool. All right. So, what's the question? What is the greatest example of of the principle of forgiveness that you have encountered during your recovery?
Forgiving myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like, cause I used to beat myself up about how I missed my daughter's like little girl adolescence, like between 2 and 6. You know, I can hold her. You know, it used to eat me up. You know, like I wasn't able to spend that time father and daughter time. Because I can remember when I got out of detox one time, I was gone for a week. And I'll never forget, I was getting out the car. She's like, "Daddy." And that just filled my heart, you know. And for the longest, I couldn't forgive myself, you know, until I forgave myself. You know, I was sick, you know.
Oh yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to answer that? You want to get his question?
Get his question.
What's your question for the next guest? Who's our next guest? I don't know.
Our next guest
You don't have to
is-
answer that,
is Emily.
Emily. Do I know Emily?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Emily.
Is that right?
You're looking at us like I don't
he
think we.
knows Emily.
What does surrendering look like to you?
Okay.
I'm big on surrendering, guys. I'm a huge advocate for surrendering.
So, and when we get ready to do the shout outs, Nemo, I sent you a text, but you'll have to do it from his computer because something happened on
Yeah.
this one. Yeah. So,
Let's let him do it. We'll let Chris do it this time. See, I
Uh,
always mess up the names. Let's see. If
everybody's
Chris
going to mess up the names.
Let's see
So,
if Chris
I got
can get the
this.
names right.
he got
I can
this.
kind of read.
I can kind of read.
Okay, I'm going all the way. Wait, did you want to answer that question?
Which one?
The one he just asked.
The one that he just asked.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Would you
Nemo.
like to answer that?
What was the question?
What does surrendering look like to you?
Surrendering or serenity?
Surrendering.
surrendering.
Well, I thought we answered the same question as him.
Yeah.
And next time we'll answer that.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, what's your example of? What's the greatest example of principles of forgiveness that you have encountered during your recovery?
My mom telling me she forgave me 11 days before she died.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
For me, man, my daughter actually forgiven me, and when I told her that, I asked her, "What can I do to make this right?" And she just wanted to hear my story, and it just opened up a complete whole different world of dialogue between us, which is like the coolest shit ever. You know, one of the questions she asked, like, "How many dead brothers and sisters do I have?" I'm like, "Fuck, dude." So, anyways, it's really just opened up the floor for conversation. So,
Mine is, man, I feel like I was like casted out of my family, and I wasn't. And now, this past year on the 4th of July, I got to spend the 4th of July with my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, like my mom and dad they haven't been together in over, I'm 37, like 34 years. And they were in the same place and I was there. I felt like that I wasn't casted out of my family anymore. And being able to get to spend that time with my family, like that feeling was something that I've longed for my entire life. Like, not to feel like that I didn't belong.
oh yeah,
Okay, you ready for a shout out?
Shout out.
let's try it.
Okay, we got Sally Francis Ford,
And if shout out where they're from too, since we had quite a
New
Broad.
Jersey. She's from New Jersey. We got JoJo Casper.
Shout out JoJo. What up, homie?
We got Will Marshall.
Will Marshall.
We got Cole Giddens.
Okay,
Colby Deck from Moore,
all right.
Oklahoma. We got Jana Ray. We got Carol and Calabrese from New York.
New York.
Cole Giddens is from Texas. That's where he's from. And Rhonda Richie Melton is from Texas too. We got Kelly Wardlaw from Australia. She's from Victoria.
Oh fuck yeah.
We got Chance Fullman
Oh, I know him.
from Shady 580.
Yep. Shout out
So what
Chance.
up, Brooks? Jennifer Chang from Oklahoma. That's what it says.
Oklahomies.
You said Drew?
Yeah, I'm looking at this one.
Yeah, this one's way
oh.
off though, bro.
We got JoJo Casper's actually from Missouri. We got Kaylee Shearer. She's from the UK. Shout out to the UK.
Wow.
We got Christina Kilgore. She's from Indiana. Shout out to Indiana, home of Michael Jackson and Mike Epps.
Woohoo! All
We
right.
got Jolie Kasangi from Colorado. I'm from Georgia. Not Colorado. I don't know where the fuck I seen that. We got photos, photography, and videography.
Oh yeah, who is that? Because they commented on that photo earlier. Who is that?
Somebody said you had beautiful eyes, Bradley, just a minute ago.
Me? Oh, thank you.
And then we got
Was it a
Travis.
dude?
It was a dude.
We got
Thanks, bro.
we got Travis
Thanks,
Mumford.
homie.
He said, I used to live in Bradley's neighborhood on Rivera Lane.
Now he's in the closet.
My homeboy Jared Norris, he's from Colorado. He's definitely shouting out from Denver. Actually, I think he might be in Golden. Let me see. Aaron Ermine, Mark Ferris, Chris Parrish. Oh yeah, Ferris and Paris. Let me see. Christy Jackson. David C. Cerrido.
Oh yeah, you're a lot worse at this.
Yeah,
than
this
me.
is horrible, bro. No offense.
Renee. I can't see.
Here, where we at? Where we at? I'll help pick it.
Renee Valaquez. What does that say?
Sorry, guys.
Don't give me the line.
Yeah, I can't.
Where we
Jack
at?
Curtis, Joe Clark, Timothy. every time my thing's on it, it covers it up. Timothy Burram. Chad, I already said Chad. Jolie Kasangi. L. Ann Abbott. Brandon Atkinson. Rock Nicholas. Lydia Gay Rose. Kiki Cunningham. McCarthy L. David. Ronnie LaDuff.
I think he's from Louisiana.
Oh yeah, Ronnie. Shout out Ronnie. That's I was on his podcast a few weeks back.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Really good dude, man.
Check his podcast out.
Yeah.
Kelsey Holman.
Where you at, homie?
Amanda Neely.
That's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a pretty good turnout tonight.
Oh, crap.
So
Let's see. I'm not Drew. Shout out to Drew. You say you're saying
Yeah.
Jimmy. Lisa Marie Perkins. Stilo Icho. Says MI12. Let me see. Michelle Polk. That's a lot of people. Brad Blanksma. That's a lot. Ava R.L. Chapman.
So we're gonna have to do this next time where we pop off a little bit earlier because we're like right at an hour and it's
Yeah,
hard to keep
it's
people's
done.
attention.
All right,
Is it
guys.
done? All right, man. Thank you guys.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of people.
For all you guys that tuned in, man, this has been episode 54 with Jimmy Young. Thank you guys. We appreciate the support.
Is that happening?
Thank you guys for the pleasure.
Yeah, man. You guys remember to like and share our page. Are you guys done playing hands? Or were you...
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, we got ADHD over here, so we're good, man. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Is that right, Chris?
The week after next.
The week after
Is
next.
that what it is?
Yeah.
The week after next.
I
yeah.
like how you're doing it every 2 weeks. No, yeah, it is. No, it is. It's next week. Shh.
It's
You said Emily who?
Emily P.
We'll figure it out. All right.
I just
Thank-
ring today to call this number back. I need $25 for this walk around sit down chair.
Production.
That's super loud. Hopefully it's not that loud. You ready, buddy? Damn.
Okay, yeah.